So I'm going to show you a couple of different ways to practice Advent wreaths or Advent journeys with material objects that are also really easy to transport with you. And the idea behind them is to how to foster that sense of light and enlightenment without using candles. Because in some households that would seem like a really dangerous thing to do. There are also folks who are in housing situations where candles wouldn't even be allowed. And I like those LED candles too, but there's just something less whatever about switching a little switch on to turn on the light than lighting a light. So I started on a process of trying to find some ways to practice the Advent wreath type thing without candles. I'm going to show you a couple of them. One is a found object journey. These are all objects from my life, and you can do it two ways. You could either have it set out on a path going towards your Holy Family, and then each day with a devotional sentence and prayer life, remove one object and bring it as a treasure to the Holy Family, going along the way. Or you could do it the other way, because we are sent out from Christmas to be the incarnate Christ in the world, and you could just be leading it out from the Holy Family and making either a circle or a journey. All of these objects have meaning in my life and people in my world and things I'm praying about right now. And maybe in your life there are lots of these little objects. And I also made sure they all fit in this little box. Some families travel around the holidays and have the experience of, if they have the big wreath at home, as soon as they take off to go to visit family elsewhere, the devotional practice stops and it doesn't get completed. And so this is a way to carry it with you. You could also do the same thing with beads. These, beads you put in vases. Very simple, easy to do. Make a path all the way around, and the same process of taking or leaving, whatever calls to you. And then there's one more idea, and this is using quotes and what I call pins. I like Pinterest a lot. So little pins, images that have sayings and meanings on them, and creating a wreath of sorts around the Holy Family. And day by day, choosing a different one and spending time with the quote or the image, reflecting with your family, maybe using some of those classic godly play questions or Lectio Divina questions. What leaps out at you? What's the most important part? And who are we called to be through this message? And these all have words on them. And I was thinking that if you have young children, you could also just do images of art. So I put together a set that are images to reflect on. Some of these are from my life. Some of these are images that make me think of people who are important in my life and need my prayers right now. Some of them are just reflective of the season, like a sparkler, or going down a dark path that you don't know where it's going, or a dandelion. Dandelion is something that most people think of as weed and is just dismissible, and frankly, the people who came to the Holy Family, the shepherds, were dismissible. And actually, so was that family. So this is just a couple of ways to practice the Advent journey without using candles in ways that are meaningful, but also transportable. Oh, and I forgot one more coloring thing. This is a color your own Holy Family, and it even folds up. You can find a whole bunch of them online. Just download it, print it on a little bit stiffer paper. This one even comes with sort of a creche setting. Actually, this one, I had to go into the artist's other drawings and find more people because I wanted the people of the world showing up. But you can color it, fold it up, put it in an envelope, and take it with you wherever you go to practice the journey of bringing all of the people to the Holy Family.